What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can tell, obviously I'm not at home. I'm in one of the factories where I work at because I'm working today. Just in the morning part, and basically I can film in here right now because no one else works Saturdays. I'm just here on Saturdays to do a big cleanup, like all the sawdust, and it mainly just sawdust, and clean it all up because it is a timber factory, so there is lots of sawdust. But yeah, that's my job on a Saturday. It's not normally this. Normally it's like machining that kind of timber and stuff like that. Today we got to start off in this factory at 7 AM, cleaning it all up as fast as possible. Got back from work. It's around 12 to 30-ish, somewhere around there. I don't really know, actually. I need to buy something. I know I'm spending a fair bit of money this week, but I need to buy something that is essential for filmmaking. Recently, and in the future, I'm going to be making a lot of films, a lot of videos, a lot of vlogs, a lot of client videos, lots of just leisurely edits and stuff like that. And I'm going to be filming outside a lot, and that means I really need to get an ND filter. More specifically, a variable ND filter. If you want to do good filmmaking to the best possible quality, which is what I want to do, you need a variable ND filter. I'll explain after I get it. So if you don't know what a variable ND filter is, let me explain. It's this thing. Think of it as sunglasses for your camera. Now in film, your shutter speed should be 2 times the amount of your frame rate. So if you're shooting in 24 FPS, it should be a shutter speed of 48 or 50. It's basically the same thing. 60 FPS, your shutter speed should be 120. You're shooting in 120 FPS, it should be 280, and so on. You understand the point. And the reason for this doubling of your shutter speed for your frame rate is that in your video, when your shutter speed is double your frame rate, it gives the most natural motion blur, which I hope this is, I don't know, when I'm just vlogging normally, it's set to just auto because I'm constantly changing lighting. It's too hard on manual. But if I'm doing those cinematic sequences, I shoot in manual. So then you can get the perfect exposure and the perfect motion blur, the perfect lighting, and everything just comes together in editing just really nicely, and you get that really nice cinematic look. And it's just, when it just, you'll know the feeling if you've done it before. It just, oh yeah. Now, what if you're outside on an extremely bright day, but you still want to get that shallow depth of field, but you can't up your shutter speed to make it darker because it has to be set on this, but if you up your aperture, then you lose your depth of field and your ISO is already on the lowest setting. Well, that is where this comes into play. It just goes straight over that. So that is how this works. It prevents some light from getting in, so then you can get shallow depth of field during bright conditions. You can also use this for photography when you're doing long exposures or something like that. And it's variable because you just spin this outside ring and it gets lighter and darker. And that in itself is pretty cool, I reckon. I actually don't know how that works. And also, when it's on the full black setting and you have this on your camera looks fucking badass. Alright, so this is the same shot with the ND filter on. I had to up the ISO a bit because my settings were already at the lowest, so it's probably a bit grainier. But let me just demonstrate. I'm just going to spin the ring here. It should be getting darker, darker, maximum darkness. Getting lighter, 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 coming back, going back to dark, and so on. So it's really cool when you spin it. And this is what I meant by it looking pretty freaking badass when you're filming. It just makes your lens look sick. I think it's pretty cool anyway, but obviously you're not going to pay around about $100 just to make your camera look cool, because that's just dumb. You need to actually use it for the right things. So when you're inside, you're not going to need this. When you're outside, you're going to need it. So keep the original packaging so that you can put this ND filter into it, because it just keeps it nice and clean. So I'm out here and with my brother, which is the car that you just saw drive off, and we are trying to get a photo of his car on 3 wheels because we can. We're just trying to find a good spot. We think we have found the right spot here. He's going to be here in any second, so I have to take a photo. I'll be right back. That location did not work, so we're trying a new one just down here. Actually, no, he's going to be a little while. I've got some time. I'll show you the photo from the other one. He didn't lift a wheel. We got one before, which I'll show you now, which he did lift a wheel, but the photo is not that great, and the wheel wasn't really that high. But we reckon we can do it here. So we had an unsuccessful mission. I don't like unsuccessful missions because you spend time doing something and then you don't get anywhere with it. It's gonna storm soon. The dog wants to get out. Hello, Pudge. Hello, hello. Pudge. Hey, hey, hello. Hello. It's just starting to spit and there is some very dark clouds up there. On the way back, there was one really cool old car that we were following, and then there was these two old wedding cars who actually had a nice little drag race. That was pretty cool. Got nice footage of that, hopefully, which you would have seen. And by the way, this ND filter, I don't know if it's just my mind or it's actually doing something, but the image seems so much more vibrant and like crisp. I'm pretty sure that the crispy part is just my mind going crazy, but I'm pretty sure it's changing some of the colors and it just looks really nice. It's so like bright and I don't know what it's doing, but it's good. Still need that coaster. Just gonna do a bit of uni work as always. I always seem to be doing uni work in these vlogs, but that's the truth, that's the reality, that is what I do. If it starts raining, I'll try and get some cool shots for you guys, but we checked the radar, it's not gonna rain as heavy as what it looks like it was gonna rain. It's sunny now. Before it looked like it was gonna storm, and there's blue sky, and it's been about 5 minutes, so Melbourne. So as you just saw, there was a very small amount of rain. It lasted about 3 minutes, but then afterwards I was able to get these really awesome shots of the clouds because the sun was out, but the clouds were still nice and dark and stormy, and I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it makes for a really nice effect. I actually made an Instagram story with it. First one I've ever made properly and actually posted. I never posted Instagram stories, and then I've been reading that they're actually really important for getting people's attention. So there you go, I'm going to start posting Instagram stories, but actual real ones made in Premiere and then put up, not just filmed on my phone. So actually effort goes into it. Now Tani is just arriving now. I just saw her drive down and we are going out for dinner. Then we're going to go see the movie Logan. It's been out for a fair while, so most of you have probably seen it. I'll give you my thoughts afterwards. I'm not going to bring the camera with me because if the cinema looks into my bag and sees a massive camera in there, they might think I'm filming the movie. So I'm not going to do that. Just not going to waste my time with it, and I'll just update you when we get back from dinner and the movie, and I'll let you know what my thoughts on it. Alright, I just got back from watching Logan. It is now just past midnight, it's 10 past 12. I gotta be up at 4:30, so yeah. Logan, I said I'll give you my opinions on Logan. It was a really sick movie and it was really sad. I wasn't expecting it to be sad. I didn't know anything about it. I actually didn't realize that it was Wolverine until I asked Tani what it was about, and now that would make sense. I'm too tired to continue this vlog and I'm too tired to end this, so yep, good night, and I will see you in the next video. Catches.